Hi everyone, welcome and thank you for joining me today. I have a really fun activity for us to try, and it really has a lot to do with the spoon theory. And I'm not sure how familiar you are with this theory or what it means. So first I want to explain to you what the spoon theory is, and then we can get creating. So to tell you a little bit more about what the spoon theory is it's a concept or a way to communicate with your friends or family to kind of let them know how you're feeling, and it has to do more with the energy that you're feeling today. So am I kind of just burned out, and I just, this is another way that I can tell people, or hey, I'm thriving today and I can handle it more than I normally can. So this is commonly used with when people are dealing with anxiety or depression, or maybe some chronic illnesses that they just need some extra tools to communicate. And so I've known some people to adapt this theory to their household. So I have two ways that we can kind of make it fun and playful if you want to incorporate this at home. So really the whole point of the theory is that imagine that you only have 12 spoons to use a day. And these spoons represent your energy level. So when you have 12 spoons, you are doing great. And then if you only have one or two, you have very little energy left. So for this spoon theory and this activity, I'm going to explain to you what represents the number of spoons based upon activity and how you can communicate that with others.
So now we're going to look into what it means and what represents each spoon. So I kind of made a little small diagram of examples of different things that might represent what it might take up a spoon. So if you have 12 spoons in a day, and let's say that you're going to use one of them to get out of bed in the morning, and maybe you're going to use another to take a shower, so that's two more, and get dressed. So just within that short morning routine, that's going to take you 4 spoons out of your 12. So that means you only have so many more left for the rest of the day. And consider that, because if you end up needing to eat, and maybe you're going to clean the house, and then you're going to exercise, that is going to take up different amounts of spoons. Now, this diagram may not be exactly what your spoons are going to look like. So maybe even part of this project is that you and your family decide how many spoons are for each activity. But please remember, sometimes there's some things that we do that we don't realize how much energy it takes out of us, like being social or going grocery shopping. So if you only have 12 spoons in a day and you end up using 14 spoons throughout your activities, that means you're going to start tomorrow with only 10 spoons. So this is a way to kind of recognize that if you overexert today, then you're going to be noticing it tomorrow in your energy levels.
So we have two options of what we're going to create today. So one is actually just creating a spoon. So what I did is I actually used a old kitchen spoon that had some burn marks and stuff on it, but you can always buy one as well. I saw some today at the dollar store. Or another option is using a marble jar. And basically these marbles represent your energy level and how you're feeling. And as you can tell, when there's less marbles, then you might be in the red zone, versus when you have more marbles, you're in the green. So I'm going to teach you how to make each one of these. So let's get started. So the whole purpose of the spoon that we're creating today is just to kind of hang in your house as a reminder of what this spoon theory is, and to communicate it if that's something that you want to implement. So I even added a little ribbon to mine so that it can hang somewhere. But to start and just to create your own, you're going to need a spoon, a large spoon, and you're also going to need some tissue paper. I'm going to use some different greens and blues for this one. You're going to need some Mod Podge glue and a brush that you don't really care too much about, because it is going to get dirty, and a lot of times when you get the glue on it, it doesn't end up coming off very well. So upon doing this, I'm going to do it actually on top of this piece of paper. That way, one, you can see it, and two, so that I don't get it on my table. So really all you're going to do, and if you're not familiar with Mod Podge, it comes out white, but actually ends up drying clear. So you can kind of paint different areas with glue, and then you're going to stick your tissue paper on. And you can even kind of seal it by painting on top. So really I'm just going to layer so that I can decorate my spoon.
So once you're done, finished and painting all your Mod Podge and putting on your tissue paper, once it dries, then it will look like this. And you can, I wrote the spoon theory on it with a Sharpie, and then you can also hang it somewhere in your home. So the other way is, if you don't want to do the spoon approach, is that I really like this energy jar, and it's meant to be more as a reminder. So basically you just get a mason jar and you put marbles in it. And then I actually labeled an energy jar at the top. And then similar concept is that throughout the day, there might be certain things that take your energy or certain things that give you energy. So that's the one thing I like about this perspective that is in relation to the spoon theory, is that there are some things that you can do that actually give you energy. So for instance, getting support, that might, if you're in the yellow, that might actually move you into the green. Or it could be exercising, or talking to a friend, or listening to music and dancing around. There's different things that might give you energy, as well as things that take it. And so this is another form of communication that you can have in your house. And just set it somewhere, and it's something that you can say, oh yeah, I'm in the red zone today. My marbles are I lost my marbles. And then, different things I kind of gave you marbles. I thank you for that. So this is another concept. It's a little easy as well. You can even implement both and see which one sticks. So I really hope that you really enjoyed this activity about the spoon theory and different approaches that you can kind of remind your family of a way to implement this as a communication tool of how you're feeling and your energy levels. So I hope you enjoy, and I hope to see you again.